A feature that will give you the ability to set the repetition intervals as you need, to divide your learning material into functional categories, and to carry out special commands. The interval keyboard is located on the pop-up button bar that is on the repeat page. You can customize the location of the keyboard on your device screen. To do this, press and hold the button with number 5, and as long as you hold it down, move the keyboard to the part of the screen where it is more convenient for you to work with it. As a tip, you can position the keyboard on the screen so that while repeating the learning material and holding the device in one hand, you can easily operate the keyboard with your thumb. You can remove the keyboard from the screen by clicking the button with a red cross, or by clicking anywhere on the screen outside the keyboard. To set the day interval of repetition, you need to type the desired number and click the button with a green check mark. To cancel the typed number, click the button with a red cross. The maximum day interval that you can set is 899 days. Important note: you can type a number greater than 899, but the numbers from 900 to 999 are used for different functional categories or special commands. I'll talk about them later in this video. To set up the minute interval, you need to type 0 before the minute interval number and click the button with a green check mark. The maximum minute interval you can set is 999 minutes. To set up the second interval, you need to type 2 zeros before the desired number of seconds and click the button with a green check mark. The maximum second interval you can set is 99 seconds. If you type a number from 900 to 999 on the keyboard and click the button with a green check mark, the current page will fall into a specific category or a special command will be executed. Now let's look at functional categories. The range from 900 to 909 is used for the learned material that no longer needs to be repeated. That means if you've memorized the material on the current page, you can type any number from 900 to 909 on the keyboard and click the button with a green check mark. In this case, the current page will be excluded from your repetition plan and moved to the Learn section. The range from 910 to 929 is used for editing. The range from 930 to 949 is used to clear statistics. The range from 950 to 969 is used for delayed repetitions. All three of these ranges form subsections in the Pending section if there is a relevant material. Let's take a closer look at the functional purpose of these categories. The range from 910 to 929 can be used to group the pages that require some clarifications and corrections, but which you cannot edit at the moment. For example, if at the time of repetition you notice an error in the learning material on the page, but don't want to be distracted by correcting it right now, save the page in this category and edit it later whenever you like. The range from 930 to 949 is used for pages with cleared statistics to start learning the material all over again. You may need to clear statistics on some pages after a long break in repetitions or after transferring the learning material from other subsections in order to start learning it again from the beginning. The range from 950 to 969 is used for pages that you just want to put aside and not repeat for a while. This can happen when you have started the material that turns out to be difficult or not relevant to the topic you are interested in, but you don't want to delete it yet and may return to this material in the future. The range from 970 to 989 saves the pages with notes and various reference material that you don't need to memorize by heart but want to have on hand. The pages in this category are located in the section Notes. The categories 998 and 999 are used for delayed deletion. The pages that you mark with the code 998 will be deleted after midnight. This category is useful if later during the day you suddenly change your mind about deleting the flagged pages. Using this category, you will have a chance to amend your decision. The pages that you mark with code 999 will be deleted when you return to the application start page. The range from 990 to 992 is reserved by the application developer for future tasks. The commands 995 and 996 allow you to switch the marked page to minute or second repetition mode and select the initial minute or second repetition interval yourself. The command 995 works as the left button on the button bar. The command 996 works as the right button on the button bar if Auto 996 is on. I will explain this later in the video. To understand what happens when you type 995 on the keyboard and click the green check mark, let's look at the following situation. When the curtain opens, in the selected area instead of the title Days Before After, we will see the prompt with repetition intervals. If the current interval is not the minute or second repetition interval, then the prompt will consist of 3 numbers separated by a slash. The rightmost number indicates the next increased day interval of repetition that will be set if you know the answer and click the right button on the pop-up button bar. The number in the middle of the prompt indicates the next reduced day interval of repetition, which will be set if you don't know the correct answer and click the left button on the pop-up button bar. The leftmost number in the prompt indicates the initial minute interval from which the additional repetition of the current page will begin after the same click on the left button on the button bar. So, by using the command 995, you can set up the left number, which is the initial minute interval, yourself. Let's now see how it works. If for any reason you are not happy with the initial minute interval suggested by the algorithm, which is shown in the prompt, instead of clicking the left button on the pop-up button bar, you need to type 995 on the interval keyboard and click the green check mark. The interval keyboard will display a message asking you to enter a minute or second interval. You need to enter a minute or second interval and click the green check mark. After this, the current page will be included in the minute repetition plan. Now let's take a closer look at the commands 996 and 997. By default, clicking the right button on the button bar sets not only the next increased day interval of repetition, but also the initial minute interval of 10 or 15 minutes for additional repetition. Additional minute repetitions can be temporarily cancelled. To do this, you need to type 997 on the interval keyboard and click the green check mark. The command will be executed and the message Auto 996 is off will appear on the interval keyboard display. If you execute the command 997 again, the message Auto 996 is on will appear on the interval keyboard display. To remind you, Auto 996 is on is the default setting of the right button on the button bar. When Auto 996 is off, clicking the right button on the button bar will set up the day interval of the next repetition, and the page will move to the date of the specified interval. But there are situations when you want to additionally repeat the material, even the one you correctly recalled today. The command 996 will allow you to additionally repeat such material several more times during the day. Let's see how this works. Instead of clicking the right button on the pop-up button bar, you need to type 996 on the interval keyboard and then click the green check mark. The interval keyboard will display a message asking you to enter the minute or second interval. You need to enter a minute or second interval and click the green check mark. After this, the current page will be included in the minute repetition plan. Now you can set up the minute or second interval for the additional repetitions as you wish. By the command 994, you can manually set any future day interval and the initial minute interval for additional repetitions. To do this, you need to type 994 on the interval keyboard and click the green check mark. The interval keyboard will display a message asking you to enter the day interval. You need to enter the day interval and click the green check mark. The interval keyboard will display the next message asking you to enter the minute or second interval. You need to enter a minute or second interval and click the green check mark. After this, the current page will be included in the minute repetition plan. If you see the abbreviation IRM with the number in the parentheses that appeared in the field number 6 on the repeat page, do not delete it. This is the intensive repeat mark that labels the page when it goes into minute or second repetitions. At the end of your training session, you can delete all marks by going to the repetition plans page of the Repeat Today section and clicking Reset All IRM in the command menu. All pages labeled with IRM will be moved in the planner to the day intervals indicated in parentheses of the marks. Don't worry if you don't do this. The program will do everything automatically after midnight. For advanced users, there is a command that allows you to change the IRM label in field number 6. As already mentioned, the value in the parentheses of the IRM label shows the day interval to which the page will be moved when the IRM label will be reset after your training session or at midnight. If for any reason you want to change the future day interval for a page that already has the IRM label, you can do this in two ways. Directly by changing the number in parentheses or by using the interval keyboard. In this case, you need to type 993 and click the green check mark. The interval keyboard will display a message asking you to enter the day interval. You need to enter the day interval and click the green check mark. After this, the IRM label will change and you will be able to see it the next time you open the page. At this moment, the interval keyboard will display the message asking you to enter the minute or second interval. You need to enter a minute or second interval and click the green check mark. Important note: you should remove all marks by clicking the Reset All IRM command described above before creating a data backup or sending data to Google Drive. Otherwise, the data will be uploaded with intensive repeat marks, and later, when loaded into the application from the backup copy, these outdated marks may affect the accuracy of the day intervals transfer in the planner. And finally, there is no need to remember or get confused with the numbering of all categories. The interval keyboard has a built-in list of all active categories from which you can select the one you need and simply click the green check mark. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to learn more about the advanced capabilities of the Repetitool app. See you next time!